Above us, across oceans, deserts, and mountains, a silent and ancient journey unfolds. Every year, billions of birds take to the skies, leaving behind their summer homes, embarking on some of the most extraordinary migrations in the animal kingdom. These creatures traverse the vastness of our planet, flying further than we can imagine. Their wings beat tirelessly as they navigate through unseen highways of the sky, guided by forces that remain a mystery to us. But how do they do it? How do birds, without maps or technology, travel thousands of miles with such precision? Today, we journey alongside them, exploring the wonders of bird migration, where instinct and endurance converge in breathtaking feats of survival. From the Arctic Tern's record-breaking flights to the Ruby-throated Hummingbird's daring passage over oceans, these migrations are not just a quest for survival, but a testament to nature's astonishing ability to adapt and endure. The Arctic Tern longest migration. The Arctic Tern holds the record for the longest migration of any animal. These small birds fly from their breeding grounds in the Arctic all the way to Antarctica and back each year. They breed in northern parts of Europe, Asia, and North America. A round trip of about 44,000 miles, 70,000 kilometers. They experience more daylight than any other creature on Earth, as they follow the sun from pole to pole. The mystery of navigation, stars, Earth's magnetic field, and landmarks. Many migrating birds navigate by using the stars and sun. Species like the indigo bunting and certain types of warblers are known to navigate using the stars. These birds can identify constellations and orient themselves by the position of the stars, particularly during night migration. Some species, like pigeons, are known to use Earth's magnetic field as a guide. Others rely on familiar landmarks, such as rivers, mountains, and coastlines, to find their way over vast distances. Recent studies show that some birds might even see the magnetic field through a special protein in their eyes, allowing them to stay on course. The incredible journey of the Bar-tailed Godwit. The Bar-tailed Godwit has one of the most impressive non-stop flights. It can travel over 7,000 miles, 11,000 kilometers, without stopping once for food, water, or rest, flying from Alaska to New Zealand. To accomplish this, it can shrink its digestive organs to make space for the energy reserves needed for the long journey. Homing pigeons, natural GPS systems. Homing pigeons are famous for their ability to find their way home from hundreds of miles away. They have been used by humans throughout history, from ancient times to modern warfare, to carry messages. The use of homing pigeons dates back to at least 3000 BCE in Egypt and Mesopotamia. They were used to carry important messages across long distances. Pigeons played a major role in wartime communication during both World War I and World War II, and in ancient Rome, they were used to carry results from sporting events, such as the Olympics. The Greeks also utilized pigeons to spread news across their vast empire. They can sense subtle changes in the Earth's magnetic field, helping them to orient themselves even in unfamiliar areas. Swifts, birds that sleep while flying. The common swift is one of the most remarkable migratory birds. It can spend up to 10 months in the air without landing, eating, drinking, and even sleeping while in flight. Common swifts can enter a state of unihemispheric slow-wave sleep, meaning that one half of their brain sleeps while the other half stays awake to keep them flying. This allows them to maintain flight while resting. Researchers believe they achieve this during their long migratory periods over the skies of Africa and southern Europe. During migration, they only land to nest and raise their young, flying continuously for the rest of the year. Superhighways in the sky, migratory flyways. Birds follow well-established migratory routes known as flyways, which act as aerial highways that connect breeding and wintering grounds. Some of the major global flyways include the East Atlantic Flyway, the Pacific Flyway, and the Mississippi Flyway. In addition to those routes, there are several other global migratory flyways, including the East Asian Australasian Flyway, which stretches from Siberia and Alaska to Southeast Asia and Australia. The Central Asian Flyway, which runs from the Arctic through Central Asia to the Indian subcontinent. The African-Eurasian Flyway, connecting Europe and Northern Asia with Africa. In total, there are about 8 major migratory flyways that birds use globally. These flyways are vital to migratory species, providing stopover sites for rest and refueling along the way. Tiny birds, big journeys, the ruby-throated hummingbird. Despite their tiny size, weighing only a few grams, ruby-throated hummingbirds migrate over 500 miles, 800 kilometers, non-stop across the Gulf of Mexico to reach their wintering grounds in Central America. They usually migrate from the eastern United States and Canada, across the Gulf of Mexico, to Central America, specifically countries like Mexico, Belize, and Honduras. They stock up on nectar before the journey, increasing their body fat by up to 50% to fuel the flight. The phenomenon of flocking, safety in numbers. Some birds migrate in huge flocks to increase safety during the journey. The sight of starlings forming mesmerizing shapes in the sky, known as murmurations or geese flying in V-shaped formations, is not just visually stunning. It helps them conserve energy and protects them from predators. One of the largest known bird migrations involves the red-billed Kalia in sub-Saharan Africa. These birds can form flocks of up to 1.5 billion individuals, making them the most numerous bird species on Earth. When they migrate, they create immense clouds of birds in the sky, which can devastate crops. The flock sizes can vary, but during migration, some flocks may reach several million birds in a single group. Longest non-stop glide, the great frigate bird. The great frigate bird holds the record for the longest non-stop gliding flight. They can stay aloft for up to 2 months, covering thousands of miles during this time. These birds have been recorded traveling up to 3,700 miles, 6,000 kilometers, without touching land, as they use wind currents and thermals to glide effortlessly over the ocean. This impressive ability allows them to travel vast distances over open water without resting, using air currents to glide and conserve energy. Impact of climate change on migration patterns. Studies by organizations such as the Audubon Society and the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration have shown that migratory birds are arriving earlier than usual at their breeding grounds due to warmer temperatures. Satellite tracking and long-term observation of species like the black-throated blue warbler show significant shifts in their migration patterns. Recent research has also used geolocators to track changes in migration timing, revealing that many species are struggling to adapt to the rapidly changing environment. This fast changes in the world balance is disrupting their food supply and breeding success. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns can also shrink critical habitats like wetlands, making it harder for birds to rest and refuel during their migration. Each year, as the seasons shift and the winds change, the skies fill with life. These migrations are more than just a journey from one place to another. They are nature's grand performance, a rhythmic dance that connects every corner of our planet. From the smallest hummingbird to the far-flying Arctic Tern, their paths are written in the sky, traced by instinct and endurance. And in their flight, we see the beating heart of the natural world. But the skies are not only home to the tireless migrants. High above the rugged mountains of South America, another great traveler soars, the Andean condor. Join us in our other adventure as we explore the life of the Andean condor, one of the largest flying birds on Earth. If you enjoyed this episode about the realm of skies, please like, share, and subscribe. We love to be part of your journey.